Welcome to Mr. Magazine. If you love intimate celebrity moments served with warmth and a little sparkle, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's story, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and if you can, click join to support our channel. Your support helps us bring these personal celebrations into light. Now, let us take you inside a day that fans will talk about for a long time. On a late afternoon that felt like it had been lifted straight from a children's storybook, the private residence of a beloved actress was transformed into a scene of pastel hues, fluttering balloons, and the kind of tender energy that only family gatherings can conjure. The occasion was uncomplicated in its intention yet profound in its effect, a small child's birthday. What turned the event into social media gold and captured the attention of countless admirers was not only the meticulously curated decor or the well-placed camera angles, it was the quiet, unstudied tenderness shared between two people publicly known for their chemistry, who, that day, revealed themselves as something more, a genuine, familial pair wrapped up in the delight of a child named Mavi. The house itself set the tone. Soft ribbons, hand-picked sweets, and a cake crowned with the birthday girl's name created an atmosphere that married the celebratory with the intimate. Those who had watched every glossy magazine spread and red carpet photo might have expected polish and choreography. Instead they found natural rhythm, a woman arranging the table with practiced care, and the man beside her offering suggestions and carrying a small box wrapped with an earnest grin. The gestures were unpretentious, every action lending weight to the sense that this was not a performance but a private evening made public by the curiosity of fans and the speed of social sharing. For many observers, the most striking images were not of the decorations but of the interactions. The footage that circulated across feeds, videos of laughter, soft teasing, and an impromptu dance in the living room, painted a portrait of family life in miniature. There were moments of confectionery preparation where hands met over bowls and frosting was smoothed with the same tenderness one reserves for people rather than props. A small arm looped around an adult neck, a playful scolding was returned with exaggerated theatricality. Those scenes, so ordinary in a domestic sense, were elevated by the celebrities' willingness to be entirely themselves in front of cameras that, to them, felt like extensions of the family album. It is worth pausing over the way the male figure in the story navigated the space. Previously celebrated for his on-screen magnetism and off-screen charisma, he revealed another side that day, a person capable of slipping into the role of devoted new family member with ease. His interaction with the birthday child was particularly telling. Whether offering the first slice of cake, retrieving a toppled building block, or laughing with genuine astonishment at a child's sudden burst of courage, he exhibited a kind of approachable warmth that tabloids typically brandish as novelty and fans interpret as authenticity. In dozens of short clips shared across platforms, viewers watched him earn the trust of a toddler, a testament, to many, that his affection was sincere and unforced. Those are not idle phrases. In an era when every public moment is filtered for meaning, the exchange between these two adults and their extended family was read as an emblem of something broader, the formation of new bridges, the acceptance of chosen people into private spheres, and the small but meaningful rituals by which we say to one another, "You belong." Observers remarked that the couple's ease, from playful dance steps to the quiet exchange of looks when a child laughed, carried the weight of lived intimacy. Their gestures suggested not only mutual devotion but also a commitment to the family that surrounded them, to be present, to celebrate without performative distance, and to let ordinary pleasures stand center stage. The celebration's crescendo, unsurprisingly, arrived at the cake. In many families, the cutting of a cake is a simple, almost automatic ritual. In others, it is a ceremonial hinge, a moment at which attention converges and memory takes shape. On this occasion the cake represented both. The candlelight and the collective expectation created a hush, a wish was made, slices were handed out amid laughter. In between bites there were whispered remarks and a short pause when one of the adults, their throat caught unexpectedly, allowed a moment of feeling to show. Such tears were not the dramatic weeping of scripted scenes but the transparent response of someone for whom the happiness of a child registered as profoundly moving. We'd be remiss if we did not mention the spectacle of the photographic corner that day. A small, whimsically arranged nook became the scene of countless snapshots, some destined for family scrapbooks, others for feeds that track every public movement. One image, in particular, found traction, the man enveloping the child in an affectionate hug while the woman looked on, radiant. The shot's reaction stream was immediate. Fans praised the couple's comfort in the role of family, while commentary threads debated which small detail best captured the moment's authenticity, the child's astonished grin, the man's cradling hand, or the actress's softened expression. Across the discourse, a consensus emerged, the moment read as sincere, not staged. Now, dear readers, and this is where we love hearing from you, what did you notice in the footage that resonated most? Was it the visible patience of an adult learning a new role, the way laughter knit a group together, or the mundane yet poignant tableau of frosting on tiny fingers? Tell us in the comments, who do you want to see featured next on Mr. Magazine? Which moments of domestic celebrity life move you most, the candid, the carefully arranged, or the unexpectedly vulnerable? Your voice matters here, we curate these stories for you. As the sun slipped toward evening and the last of the surprise activities wound down, the couple took a quiet moment to speak in the threshold between rooms. Words traded then were low and intimate, an exchange that could have been pulled from a family drama but felt, in reality, entirely unassuming, an expression of gratitude, a small admission of how much the day had meant, and a pledge, voiced not for headlines but for one another, to continue sharing such occasions with those they love. That pledge, gentle and earnest, is perhaps the most enduring image of all, not the flash of cameras or the applause of followers, but the mutual commitment to nurturing a sense of home amid a public life. Before we close, if you enjoyed this inside look, please subscribe to Mr. Magazine, press like, and, if you can, click join to support more intimate coverage like this. Leave a comment telling us which celebrity family moments you'd like us to cover next. Your suggestions shape our stories. In the end, what lingered from Mavy's day was simple but potent, a sense that family, however defined, is built in the small hours of shared attention. A child's laughter, a hand reached out to stead, a cake cut and distributed, these are the stitches that weave people into kin. For many fans, the images of that afternoon were a welcome reminder that, behind glamour and headlines, there are ordinary, profound acts of affection. For the couple at the center of the story, the celebration was evidence of growth, of a warm integration into a wider family circle. For the rest of us, it was another reason to believe that some of the best stories are those written in frosting and pastel, between adults who choose, daily, to show up. Thank you for watching and for being part of Mr. Magazine's community. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and join, and drop your thoughts below. Which scene from today's celebration stayed with you the most, and which celebrity would you like us to spotlight next? We read every comment.